What's up, bud? It's Rob. This is Apparel Success. And in this video here, I want to talk to you guys about 5 absolute musts for your clothing brand. These are all things that every clothing brand absolutely needs to have in order to be successful. And I'm going to basically be delivering this content in the form of a checklist. So you can go through it and say, well, does my clothing brand have all these things? And if it doesn't, don't freak out. You can always adjust it and tweak. All of these things are adjustable and tweakable. You're really going to like this video. The first absolute must for your clothing brand is an original idea. Okay, I think a lot of clothing brands think that they have these really original ideas, and they might be slightly original, but they're not doing it in big enough ways. It's really powerful when your brand is not only being original in creative ways, but in unusual ways, okay? When your brand is being unusual and completely different, you are able to capture more attention, you're able to be more memorable, and you are able to be more remarkable, and people want to talk about you more. The second absolute must for your clothing brand is that your brand appeals to a particular audience, okay? Your original idea that you have needs to find the sweet spot between being a brand new idea that's completely original and different, but that also appeals to a market very strongly simultaneously. A lot of brand ideas out there are very original and very unusual, but they're too unusual and too original to the point where they don't resonate with anybody. It's like having a company that's like swish swash apparel, and it's like, okay, that's different, that's unusual, but nobody can resonate with it, right? Like there's no message involved, there's no market for it. And as much as your idea needs to be original and different, it also must appeal to an audience. Okay, this is where you combine the business side of having a clothing brand with the creative side of having a clothing brand. The third absolute must for your clothing brand is having a high quality product. Okay, I know this sounds obvious, but the quality of your product has to reach a standard. When you first start out, the quality of your product doesn't have to be mind blowing. It doesn't have to blow people away. It can, if you can do that, that'd be amazing. But when you first start out, you definitely have to reach the standard that your customer expects, okay? And if people are looking at your products and they're feeling them and they're trying them on, and people throw it on, it doesn't feel right, nobody's going to buy your product. As long as you have a shitty quality product, it doesn't matter how cool your designs are, you won't sell your clothing. The fourth absolute must, and this one's an absolute must, is to create marketing systems, okay? Without a daily execution of a marketing strategy, your clothing brand will not grow. Okay, let me say that again. Without a daily execution of a marketing strategy, your clothing brand is not ever going to grow, okay? You can't think that by just posting on social media every single day that your clothing brand is just magically going to grow into what you want it to be, right? You have to actively be pushing the growth of your clothing brand. And the only way that you can do that is by creating marketing systems that you put into place every single day that you are constantly pushing at and working at in order to grow it forward. The fifth and final absolute must for your clothing brand is to receive endorsements from celebrities and influencers, okay? It's not only a good idea to get your clothing brand worn by influencers and celebrities. It's an absolute must in order for your clothing brand to grow into a matured company that creates instant buy-in from people who look at your brand and they go, okay, immediately, this is a mature brand who knows what they're doing. They have their shit together. They have a high quality product. And it creates that instant credibility that will take your company from being that small brand that's just sort of, making a couple sales here and there to a bunch of friends and family to an actual brand that's receiving customers on an ongoing basis, giving it that ongoing credibility that you are really looking for. Okay, so that's an absolute must in order to actually achieve that advanced level of success that you really want to achieve with your brand. Once again, guys, if you've made it to this point in the video, I want to tell you guys about a closed Facebook group that I've started for Apparel Success. I put a link in the description below, and basically it's just a bunch of clothing brand owners all in there together to support each other, answer each other's questions. I'm going to be posting in there all the time, and I would really like it if you would join us inside of that community. Thanks for watching, guys. I honestly really appreciate you guys watching these videos, and I really hope that I'm helping you guys a lot with your own clothing brands. And if you guys have any questions that you want answered or videos that you want done, some video topics, definitely put them in the comments below. I will be reading them all, and I definitely take them into consideration because these are real problems that you guys are having, and I'd love to address them directly, all right? So thanks again, and I'll see you in the next episode. Peace.